Hi, today we're going to do a video on the classic Czech pistol, the CZ75. A pistol that in my mind has reached classic status, such a classic pistol that it belongs in the same conversation as the 1911 Colt, the Browning High Power, the Walther P38, the German Luger, the Ruger 22, the Walther PP, and others. This pistol has a near 40-year military and police service record that has proven to be reliable, accurate, and dependable. I have thought up some talking points about the CZ75 that I plan to go through, and here they are. This pistol is incredibly accurate. As far as accuracy-wise, how does it stack up against most of the other 9mm military service pistols being used around the world? Say the Sig Sauer P226, the Beretta M9, the Glock 17, the Sig P229, and others, Glock 19, so on and so forth. This pistol is just as accurate, if not more accurate, than any of those pistols on that list. Let me start with the what I feel is the low spectrum of accuracy of pistols on that list, the Glock 17. Accuracy-wise, this pistol blows it away. And then let me move to what I believe is the highest spectrum of accuracy of pistols on that list, the Sig Sauer P226. This pistol is just as accurate. As a matter of fact, it might even be more accurate than the Sig P226. I haven't shot them side by side in quite some time, but I would like to take them out again to make that comparison, because I actually think that this pistol, if it's not just as accurate as a Sig P226 9mm, it's more accurate than it. I shot a Glock 17 alongside of it today, so that accuracy comparison is very fresh in my mind. How does it stack up against the 1911s that I shot last week, the two Colt 1911s, the Colt Series 80 and the Colt 1911 railgun? This pistol, by and far, is more accurate than either of them, even the souped-up Colt railgun. It's more accurate than either of them, and especially firing quickly, rapid fire. And that has a lot to do with the physics of the calibers as well. Obviously, it's easier to keep a lower recoiling 9mm on target than it is to keep a higher recoiling 45 auto on target. How reliable is the CZ75B? I would equate it to the same principle as an AR-15, only better. I believe it to be more reliable than an AR-15, but what I mean by it's the same, I keep it in the same kind of category is because these pistols love to run wet. They don't run well dry. You have to keep them lubricated, or they will not run for you. And so don't skip on the oil with your CZ75B. They love to run wet. I speak from experience that if you skip on the oiling with this gun, you get complacent with that, you take it out to the range, you're going to have some feeding problems. I mean, I've seen that firsthand, but that's not really that big of a deal. Just, learn to maintain your weapon properly, basically. I remember I took one of these out years ago, and I took it out, and I had shot it a couple times previously, and I lubed it up, and I was shooting it, and I was having no feeding problems whatsoever, and I let it sit in my safe for 2 or 3 months, and I didn't lubricate it or anything like that, and I took some of my friends out, and like, oh, you got to shoot this pistol is so great, and blah 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 blah, and then I took my friends out, and of course, when I take my friends out and I didn't lube the gun, I didn't lubricate the gun, it started jamming on me, and the guys are like, this pistol fucking sucks. Well, no, it didn't. That was not the pistol's fault. That was my fault. That was me, treating this pistol, like it was a steel on polymer pistol, where you don't have to lube it up as much because, it's steel running on polymer, and steel running on steel, you need to have it lubricated. So I mean, this is an all steel pistol, and the feeding problems that I was having with those are because the pistol, that particular time, the pistol was not properly lubricated. But when you keep this pistol lubricated, I mean, it'll run all day and all night for you without any issue whatsoever. I took it out today, and I've taken them out plenty of times since that one time I took my friends out and said, oh, you got to see this pistol, it's so great, blah blah blah, and basically I made an ass out of myself, but and made the pistol look like it wasn't a good pistol, but it is. But since then, following lubricating this pistol, make sure it's lubricated, I haven't had any problems since. Durability. This pistol is a tank. It's an all steel frame pistol. I've never heard of anybody wearing any of the parts out in them. They're extremely tough. They're extremely durable. I would give it an A+ in that regard. Ergonomics. This pistol really excels in that area. It's known for having a very slim grip and a very comfortable grip. It kind of reminds me of a 1911 with the arched mainspring housing and the short trigger. That's kind of when this pistol is cocked, and yes, this pistol has been safety checked. I'm not going to waste time with that. I think it's a waste of camera time. But in my opinion, it kind of has a similar grip to a 1911 with the arched mainspring housing and the short trigger. That's what it feels like in my hands when I'm shooting. It's very ergonomics, very comfortable when you're shooting this pistol. I mean, you can carry it cocked and locked with this up, and you pull it out and actuate. It's very easy to get to. It's not hard to actuate it in any way, shape, or form. The mag release is right there. You don't have to adjust your hand at all to get the magazine out. You just press it in. Magazine drops free. I've had some CZ75s where the mag didn't drop free, but this one does. It's a very comfortable trigger. It's a very light trigger. It does have a reset where you have to release a little bit to fire the next round, but in this pistol, I don't even notice it when I'm firing it. The slide release, yeah, I have to move my hand just a little bit to let me test that. Yeah, I have to adjust my hand just a little bit to get it, but it's a very, very comfortable pistol. It fits my hand like a glove. The grip and the angle of this pistol is like ideal. This is the prototype grip that you should have for every 9mm pistol. This is my favorite grip feel and angle out of any double stacked full size 9mm service pistol that I've ever held. Firepower, certainly not lacking in that area in any way, shape, or form. It takes full 16+1 round magazines. Plenty of ammunition to influence the fight. Simplicity, very easy to break down, very easy to maintain. Making sure my pistol is properly lubricated is not a big deal to me, and when it is, it runs like a beast. Like I was saying, it runs like a champ. No jams, no malfunctions whatsoever. Accessories. The CZ75. I mean, all you have to do is look on the internet. There's so many accessories for these pistols. Custom grips, triggers, hammers, barrels. You name it. Sights. I mean, there's just stuff everywhere. This is an extremely popular pistol, and you can accessorize this pistol up the wazoo. You're not going to have any problem finding aftermarket accessories for this pistol. Price. Now, since all this nonsense has been going on since the tragedy in Connecticut, I really have been avoiding gun shops like the plague, because I just don't want to look at the price tags of these pistols and rifles in them anymore. I was in there once recently to buy some cleaning solution for my rifles and my pistols, because I've been shooting so much lately. But that was kind of funny too, because I had to wait like half an hour because it was so crowded. I had to wait like half an hour to get out of there with just some Birchwood Casey gun scrubber. But price wise, I bought my first CZ75B back in 2006, and they were a little more than $400 at the time. And that is a ridiculously low price for a pistol of this accuracy, durability, and reliability. It's just ridiculous. These pistols are like some of the cheapest and some of the best kept secrets out there. They are fantastic pistols. And when I bought this one back in October, the price had gone, October 2012, the price had gone up a bit in, over 5 years, 6 years, whatever that is. It was, this one was about $550. So it went up a little over $100 in 5-6 years, which is kind of significant, but it's still really, really cheap, considering the price of everything else, before the shooting. I don't know what they're going for now. It seems like the price, from what I'm hearing, the price of everything has gone up. So these, I don't know. I haven't even looked. I couldn't bear to look when I was in there buying that Birchwood Casey stuff. They could be $700-800 now. I have no idea. But before everything got crazy, these were really, really cheap pistols. Track record, like I said, it's amazing. This pistol's been used for the last 40 years by military, police, special army units, paramilitary units. It's been used by everybody, and it is accurate. It is deadly accurate. It is reliable. It is durable. These things are solid as a rock. I mean, they are tanks, like I said before. They're unbelievably accurate, unbelievably reliable, unbelievably durable. And, I don't think you could wear one out if you tried, to be perfectly honest with you. And like I said, they're extremely reliable. Keeping them properly lubricated to keep them running reliably is not that big of a deal. What do I think the best uses for the CZ75B are? Well, I hate to be repetitive, like I said, using the same thing I said in my 1911 video, but pretty much anything and everything. I mean, there's, as far as like a military service pistol, there are so many police departments and so many army units and military units that use these pistols in Europe and other places. I mean, their track record as a military pistol is about as good as any pistol or rifle that you could find anywhere in the world. They are amazing for that. They work very, very well for that. As far as a home protection pistol, I think that they're great for that. I think this would serve you very, very well as a nightstand gun. Today, like I said, it was unbelievably accurate. So it's a fantastic range gun. I mean, it takes a lot to impress me. And I was shooting this thing, and I was impressed with the 1911s last week. I was shooting this thing, and this thing, far and away, accuracy-wise, trashed both of those 1911s. I realize it's, an apples and oranges kind of, debate there. 45 ACP and 9mm. It's two completely different things, but it really, really it was a lot more accurate than both of those, and I was really impressed. Not that I haven't shot these before, because I have, but it never ceases to amaze me how accurate these pistols are when I take them out to shoot them. Carry pistol. They make different sizes for these, different configurations, decockers, ambidextrous, compacts, all kinds of stuff. How does this work as a carry pistol? Great. Even the full size. Great. I carried this today. I carried it into Target. Did some grocery shopping before I went to the range. You're gonna see in one of the clips. I saved it for last, but it was the first clip of the day with me shooting this pistol. I pulled it out of my holster and was shooting it. And I've been carrying it all day, and it was comfortable. I mean, I know it's a heavy pistol. It's about 40 ounces, but from my opinion, you're gonna hear something different from everybody who talks about carry. Now, me personally, the weight doesn't bother me all that much. I carry every day. I'm not one of these guys that talks about, I would never carry this, blah 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 blah. And if you came up to me on the street and you recognize me from this video and were like, what are you carrying today? I guarantee you I would have my gun on me. So without fail. As far as carrying a gun, the weight doesn't bother me as much, and even the length of a pistol. Like, I can conceal this and a full size 1911 quite easily. What kills me, what makes a pistol uncarryable for me, is a lot of bulk. Like, I had a Glock 30 that I got rid of just because of that, because it was just too bulky. You could see it through my shirt, and I don't like my gun being able to be seen through my shirt. That's just my personal preference. But yeah, so it's a slim. It's heavy, but it's slim, and even in the full size, it's very concealable. So basically, an all-purpose pistol. Police pistol. Police in countless countries, military in countless countries use this pistol. I'm going to read down the list in just a minute. So you may be asking yourself, what police departments and military units use the CZ75 pistol? Well, let me read down some of the things on that list for you. The Czech Republic Armed Forces and Police use these pistols to this day. Actually, I think that they have either started to or completely switched over at this point to the CZ-P01, which is an updated version of this, an updated compact version of this. I believe it has a decocker. Actually, I used to have a CZ SP01 that it was the same size of this, little bit more updated. Had a Picatinny rail on it. Came with 19 round magazines and this extended padded butt plate here. I sold that off for something. One of the biggest regrets firearms trading was getting rid of that CZ SP01 that I used to have. I'll tell you what though, I got a great return on it. I think I got back more than I put into it when I sold it. So if you need money, you need money. There's no way around that. In Kazakhstan, there's some police and SWAT teams that use this pistol, the CZ75. In Lithuania, the Lithuanian Armed Forces use the CZ75B. In Poland, there's limited police use of the CZ75B. In Russia, there's some police departments that use the CZ75B, and I was pretty surprised when I read that, because as far as I've known, the Russians, they pretty much like to stick to their weapons, whether their weapons are the best or not. They tend to stick with the stuff that they make. Slovakia, well, the Czech Republic and Slovakia, both of those countries used to be a single country called Czechoslovakia before the fall of the Soviet Union. But just like with the VZ58 that I showed you in previous videos, the Slovakians still have a lot of respect for this pistol, and they still hold this pistol in extremely high regard. And the Slovak rail police, military police and the elite paramilitary tactical unit still use these pistols. In Turkey, the Turkish police use these, and I didn't think any police or paramilitary, army, whatever units use these weapons in the United States. I was very surprised and happy to find out, because I really, really love this pistol so much. I was really, really happy to find out that some police departments in the United States use these pistols. And actually, the Delta Force, the Army Delta Force Special Unit, use the CZ75B to a certain extent. So that's pretty cool. I liked finding that out. Some of the widely produced copies and variants of the CZ75 pistol are the Tangfolio TZ75, the Magnum Research Baby Eagle, the EAA Witness, the Armalite AR-24, and the Bren 10 pistol, which was the Don Johnson Vice City pistol. VZ-58 military.